And welcome back to Epic Land, Day 1, where we have just witnessed the best piece of cinematography ever made in Kettering with the classic van through the water shot.
Followed by the drone under the bridge, everyone's favourite, everyone goes crazy, poggers when that happens.
It is the cheers that go up in the Starcraft section of the Epic Land hall when that clip plays. You need to be here in person to understand
Absolutely.
just how epic it is.
You need to go and see the bridge in person, that's what you need to do. You need to come down here to Kettering to come and see it for yourself, that's what you need to do.
That's the point, we've never gone to see the bridge. I think we should make a trip.
Do you want to hold hands with me as we go and see the bridge?
We'll go see the bridge at some point. We'll save the holding of hands until then and we'll make it a special moment.
Oh, we'll do it off camera, shall we?
Yeah, we'll do it off camera.
Fair enough, fair
Absolutely.
enough. The world isn't ready for that.
No.
Alright, so next game then is RiSky versus Countess. RiSky choosing to play Protoss this game, so this will be a PvP. The first of many, I'm sure. So players are ready, and I'll let them know, and then we'll get the countdown going.
Yeah, we're getting some good luck, have fun from the players, and countdown has just about begun in theory.
Yeah, it will be there. It will be there when they're ready. So first map will be Babylon. Exo was just saying how much of a crazy map this would be in TVZ. And he wasn't wrong. Figaro versus Forjumi.
Was that did I spot a drone rush?
It was that map. It's
yes.
This map where Figaro chose to do the drone rush. So there's going to be no drone rushes because there's no Zug. Could we see a probe rush?
It's possible. It's possible.
If either player's feeling crazy enough, then maybe. Okay, we're in game now.
We do have a special update in that we do now have an overlay as well. Looks like we have sorted those problems out.
Yes. Let's introduce players and we'll talk more about the overlay problems, okay? In the top left, spawning as the red Protoss player this time round, it is RiSky.
And in the bottom right side of Babylon LE, we have Countess.
So yeah, we had a few observer UI problems purely because out of naivety, I didn't know you had to go into the user settings to change your observer interface to WCS. Apologies for having to see the standard observer interface. But yes, so when you play PvP, from what little you might know, what is the standard opening? Because I always remember it being
standard
2 gates on the high ground.
Always 2 gate on the high ground.
Is that what you always do?
That's what I've always done.
Okay.
I haven't played much recently since there's been a sort of somewhat of a shift of some players liking a 1 gate opening.
Yes.
That tends to be on a map. They do a 1 gate low ground opening on a map that has a ramp into the natural, so it would be on this map. We do have a different openings from these players to begin with already. We do have a 2 gate from Countess and just the 1 gate from RiSky.
Yeah, I find this really interesting because oftentimes in mirror matches, it will be several minutes into the game before you see our divergence in builds. In this case, however, we see Countess going for that 2 gate on the high ground build that we mentioned earlier, going for a quick second gas and cybercore, whereas RiSky going for the 1 gate on the natural into fast expand.
Interestingly, this was a Nexus before Cyber.
Yes, it was.
This is something you never really see in PvP.
Okay.
So this is, and I don't know RiSky as a Protoss player, so I don't have any reference about how he likes to play or anything like that. I don't know if this is standard for RiSky or.
So I have no idea what MMR RiSky's Protoss is. However, he must feel confident because RiSky really, really should be getting first place in his group.
You would think so, yeah. Even as his Protoss is quite good. It's not as good as his Zerg, from my understanding, but it is still up there. Oh, we do seem to have a premature victory screen here. Not sure what's happened here.
Yeah, we'll have to double check what happened there, because both players were just building up. RiSky didn't have any units across the map, so I don't know why.
Nobody had built units. Countess had. Let's not talk about the game, just in case we resume from replay or anything like that. I don't know what the rules are. We'll just have to fill some time here, I think, while we work out what's happened.
Yeah, neither player should be listening into the stream, so we should be able to talk about the game in some context.
Sure.
Because RiSky didn't have any units across the map. Countess saw everything as well. She scouted around the base. She could see that RiSky was going for that very quick expansion for that economic boon on 2 base. At the time, Countess was building units, presumably to send across the map. and building a Stargate behind it. Whereas RiSky had no tech, only one gate. So, yeah. Is Countess online actually? Or is she just completely disconnected? Oh. So RiSky just messaged us to say that Countess has chosen to forfeit the match, which is unfortunate. There may be a reason behind it that we don't know, so I'm not going to jump to conclusions here or speculate. Instead, we're going to jump straight into our next match, which will be Roscoe versus Bellator. That'll be a ZVP.
It's a ZVP. It's a Red Dragons
Yes.
team fight. These are two players that do have. They do play each other quite often as practice matches. It should be a good match.
Yep.
I think they both take games off each other. I think Bellator will. Roscoe wouldn't mind me saying Bellator is slightly favoured.
Yeah.
In terms of MMR on the ladder, but as we know, when you turn up to an Epic LAN, and
anything can happen.
Anything can happen. You could be on off day. Your opponent could have one of their best days ever. It's everything under the sun can and has happened at an Epic LAN before. So it's difficult to predict, but it should be a close match, I think.
Absolutely. Okay, in that case, I'm going to go over and just talk to Bellator and Ross, make sure that they're ready to rock and roll. So we're going to cut to just a 2-minute break, 5-minute break. Cool. Quick break, and then we'll see you soon. Don't go anywhere.